for the warm welcomes back. Uh, I'm sorry I've been away for so long. I did not want it to be this long before I did my little trip in review. But unfortunately, so okay, so here's what happened. Here's what happened. So, as I explained before I left, um, I was scheduled to work like for 4 straight days after I came back home. Thankfully, that got reduced to just 3 days. So yay! I had a little bit of a break, so I got to work on my slides for a little bit. But unfortunately, at the same time, both Mama Bee and one of my coworkers got sick. So, there was no chance for me. There was no way I was making it out alive. And I of course ended up getting sick. And so I'm a lot better now. But you might notice like I think my voice might sound a little strange still cuz I still am a bit congested nasally. So, you're going to have to get used to that. Also, I will definitely for sure cough quite a bit. So, just be prepared for that. um but yeah, it's just bad timing. Everybody gets sick the second I get back from Japan, so yeah, it's okay. Yeah, Mama B's she's doing good too, I think. She's definitely a lot better now, and also we had to both get over our jet lag, which I think Mama B's doing. I think she's doing better than she did last time, but like the first few days after we got home, we were both up at like 3 a.m. just because we like could not sleep. I know, like the first day, I could not sleep at all, and thankfully, I took the later shift, so I didn't have to like be up at like 8 o'clock in the morning, which I know is not that early, but when you're super jet lagged, it's that's pretty early. Um, so yeah, like I was just so tired and I just could not. Oh, sorry, hiccup. I just could not like get myself into back to normal mode. So I just decided to take just so take it kind of easy, rest up my throat, especially my throat, because my throat was super super sore. It's not sore anymore, thankfully. I mean, it does. My throat has been getting very dry, but you know, other other than that, my throat's been all right. Yeah, it's been a bit of a shift, but I think I'm for the most part back to normal. I have been staying up a bit later than usual, but and I've been waking up later than I usually do, but I've been trying to fix that. But I'm here. I am back. Um, I don't know how much I'm gonna be streaming this week, but I will do my best. But first, I have this lovely little slideshow put together. This slideshow is shorter than my last one. I don't know. I think it's not that I didn't take as many pictures. It's just that like there are so many things I was like I already have like a bunch of pictures of this. I don't know if I really need any more, you know. Like I want something new in my photos, you know what I mean? So it's about like half as long as the last one, but I still have lots of stories, I can tell. So I'll be doing that. Okay, let's start. Okay, so day 0 was our travel day. As you can see here, I took a picture of my favorite welcome banner, the Miku one. I love that out of all of the famous Japanese characters, Miku is one of the first ones. It's like her, Hello Kitty, and the like Olympics mascot character that they do, which is not that cute. I'm sorry to say. They could have done a lot better, but we're not here to talk about that right now. We're here to talk about our trip out. So so we went from where we lived over to a international airport, and the flight there was fine. We had a little bit of a layover, but that was okay. Unfortunately, I found out I forgot to pack my phone charger, so I didn't have a phone charger the entire flight. So that kind of sucked. So I just like the flight to Japan. I just like watched movies like the entire time, and unfortunately, we the way that Mama B booked the seats was she put me on the inside and then she put herself on the outside thinking that like nobody would take the middle seat. Spoiler alert, somebody took the middle seat. And it was this lady, and she thought that the two of us were just like two random people, and she was trying to get us to like swap so that she could sit with her husband, and we were like, no, we're not gonna do that, sorry. So yeah, I unfortunately I had to sit with some random person in between me and Mama B. So it was a very lonely flight on the way out. And I did in fact watch FNAF 2, and it took everything in me not to laugh out loud at certain parts because there were just so many parts that were so funny to me, and there were parts where I was like oh, like I was soy jacking. I was like whoa, it's that character. Oh, he said an iconic FNAF quote. Oh my gosh, that sort of thing. Like when they revealed Circus Baby, I was flipping out, all in my head. I was flipping out in my head because I couldn't flip out because I was on a plane. But so like I just oh well, she wasn't an old lady. She was older than me, but not like that old. Anyways, yeah, I was very confused by the inclusion of Circus Baby for FNAF lore reasons, and I wanted to laugh really really hard when the whistle guy, when he like ripped the head off of Balloon Boy. I thought that was really funny. Deserved. I hate Balloon Boy. Dang it! And my tea is already getting cold. I can never make tea hot enough. Ugh. Oh well. Has lots of honey in it. But yeah, so we made it to Japan, and unfortunately, I did a really stupid thing. I brought a sandwich, thinking that I could like eat that instead of like the on-flight food, which I did not. I wanted to, but like I don't know, there was just something. I think it was just nerves. I think I was nervous about flying or something, and it just like made my stomach not be able to eat. And so yeah, I had a sandwich with me that we had to take over to the like the one of the customs desks, because you're not allowed to bring, like if you're a foreigner, you're not allowed to bring meat. So I had to take my sandwich over to the quarantine and have that disposed of. And I was like I was just gonna like throw it away at the airport, but there wasn't any trash cans. So yeah, I had to take it over to the quarantine, and like they took it. So I did. It's better than me like taking it in and then people finding out, and then I have to pay like $1 million fine. I would assume so. They disposed of it some way or another. I don't know. The guy just like took it from me, and then he was like, "Okay, you're free to go," and so go we did. Mm. And yeah, so we got through customs lickety split, easy peasy, and we went and we got our bus tickets, and we went to our hotel, and our hotel room was it was a lot. We stayed at the hotel that we first stayed in the very first time we went to Japan, and I didn't take any pictures of it because we just stayed in the one hotel. There wasn't really that much to look at, but we went to this fried chicken, this Korean fried chicken place that we went to the first time when we were in Japan, and it was nice. It was pretty good. They had some good gyoza, and yeah, that was that was our day zero. We wanted to like go to Tokyo Skytree, but we were just way too tired from the flight, so we just like we ate our food, and pretty much we went to Don Quixote so that I could pick up a phone charger, and then we went to the hotel and slept. All right, and that leads us into day one. We went to the Ghibli Museum, but first, so what we did was Mama B booked tickets through this like tour group. So yeah, the first day we were in a tour group, even though we said we weren't gonna be in a tour group. So we kind of sort of were in a tour group, anyways. But this was a different sort of tour group, because this was like a more like international group. Like there were lots of different people from different parts of the world. Like me and Mama V, we well, that's true. That's true. We did have a good view for Tokyo Skytree. I just mean like the interior of the room wasn't too interesting. But I've got pictures of Tokyo Skytree. Don't you worry. What was I talking about? Yeah. So there were lots of different people in this tour group, and we made friends with this German couple. They were very nice, and we had a nice little cultural exchange, which is something that I was kind of hoping for with our first tour group. I was really hoping that it would be this like sort of like multicultural thing, because I love Japan, but I'm a big fan of the world in general, and I love talking to people from different parts of the world, and hearing about their culture, their perspectives, this, that, and the other. So it was nice to have that sort of exchange. Um, and so, sorry. So they took us to the Ghibli Museum, they took us to like a couple other places. So first, we were taken out to this beautiful garden area here oh, hold on, let me move myself. We went to this beautiful garden area for lunch, and we drove by the Tokyo Stadium, I believe is what it's called. Uh-oh. Somebody's here. Oh, no, that's okay. That's okay. I don't need to. Sorry. I thought Mama V was coming in here to yell at me or something. Sorry. But yeah, so we passed by that, and we went to uh oh, and they had some very pretty cherry blossoms. This picture, these are real cherry blossoms. This one's a fake tree. Just thought I would clarify. Um, but yeah, we had a very lovely traditional Japanese lunch, which I could barely finish mine. Mama V was like, "Do you want some of my food?" I was like, "No." No, I do not. And then they took us to the sorry, I'm in the way again. Edo Open Air Museum. So this place, it was very beloved by Miyazaki, which is why they took us here. It's just like this little like park area, um, where they have a lot of like reconstructed Edo period buildings and such. So like here you got like a flower shop down here, and there's a train, like a little train car. They had I think yeah. So they had this huge bathhouse. Hold on, let me move myself out of the way again. They had this huge bathhouse here. Um, you could go into like either side and see the like traditional bathhouse, and there was a tatami room which I really liked. I took pictures in there, which is I think that's where the umbrellas came from. It was very lovely in there. And like it was something like, I know Mama V at first she was like, I just want to go to the Ghibli Museum, but I think both of us going there, I think it was a fun, enjoyable experience. It was really cool. And then we went to the actual Ghibli Museum. I'll move myself over. Sorry. So if you don't know, also I know I'm in front of the chat. If you don't know, you can't take pictures inside of the Ghibli Museum. So all of these pictures are from the outside. Yeah, I wasn't able to take pictures inside. So they gave us tickets in the form of like the movie reels, so it was like a little movie strip that was from a particular Ghibli movie. Um, Manavi got a clip from Ponyo. I think mine is also from Ponyo, but I'm not sure because it's just a still shot of pots. But it's still pretty cool. I just wish I got something other than pots. Oh well. I saw the iconic Totoro at the front entrance, and inside they have a lot of really cool, like you can look up pictures of it. I'm sure that there's plenty of pictures online, um, but they have like really cool little like dioramas in there. My favorite area was the like artist room, because they had a whole bunch of like art books and like work in progress pictures and like reference images on the walls of like different Ghibli movies. I thought that was so cool. Me, I'm a big fan of like art books and things like that. So I really enjoyed seeing the masters sort of art books. These logs. So if you look closely, this log is cut in the shape of a Totoro. It was one of the things that our tour leader Hold on, sorry. It's something that our tour group leader was like telling us to look for. So she had us do like a scavenger hunt. So she had us look for that. Um, there was an Oscar. One of the Oscars that Miyazaki won was hidden in the museum, which I found. He and there was a Gigi faucet, and we had to find. I think it was 9 of these little green gremlin guys. They're like Miyazaki's representation of art block, essentially. I would have, if I could have, I would have taken pictures, but it was in the they're in the little like artist's room. That whole diorama there. Oh, the birds I just thought were cute. I just like birds. I don't know. And we watched a little short film that was Ghibli animated. It was about, I forget the name of it, but it was about like a little boy and like a little rabbit boy, and they become friends and they find the rabbit boy's grandma's cane. It's very cute. Also, the bathrooms were so nice. And one of them had bees on the wall. I wanted to take a picture, but I don't think that they would be okay with taking pictures of the bathroom, especially the women's bathroom. So you'll just have to use your imagination. But all the bathrooms were themed, and they were very pretty. I imagine the men's bathrooms were also themed differently, but I will never know because I didn't go in them. Alright. Oh, I should. What? We. So we weren't able to have, we weren't able to go to the Ghibli restaurant for dinner. I believe I discussed that quite enough times. And yeah, we went back to Shinjuku, which is where we started off our day, and we managed to navigate through the train system and make it back home. And yeah, that was our first day. It was quite the adventure. And day 2, the Hololive Expo. As you can see, I took pictures of all the different banners, as well as the big banner. So we got up. Hold on, I need to take another drink. My throat is getting dry. Okay, so we got up and we got extra ready. I had my little stickers and everything, so I was ready and set to go to this expo. And so don't spoil it, Mama B. Come on now. So we had to go because we were staying quite a ways away. So the Super Expo was in Chiba. And we had to go through. We had to go like all the way through Tokyo Station. It was such a trek just to get to the train that would take us to the expo. And like along the way, we just kept on seeing like more and more guys with like Hololive backpacks and little like Hololive Newies. And they were all like getting on the same train, so we were like, okay, we're definitely in the right spot. And so in order to like get to the actual like expo center, we just followed all these people that were dressed in Hololive merch, and they led us straight to it. And so this was the outside area. There were a lot of I saw quite a number of cosplayers. It did make me wish that I brought a Hololive cosplay, but I talked about this before. I was um I was a little bit anxious about cosplaying because I had been told that, Japan is very strict about their like cosplaying in public. Like it's very frowned upon in a way. Then they have like specific rooms where you have to change at the event. Like you're not allowed to show up there in cosplay, which I think is silly. Especially because, like, what if your cosplay has like a lot of makeup? Do you have to do your makeup there too? Like that sucks. But anyways, that's why I didn't cosplay there. If I ever go back again, which I don't know if I'll go back again, then maybe I'll cosplay again. But so anyways, we get to the expo center, and we get our little wristbands, and we're like directed to stand in this great big line. The sun is in our eyes, and we just have to stand there because it didn't open until I think it was like 9 o'clock. It opened, and we were there at like 8:45 ish. So yeah, I'll explain. I'll explain. I'll explain. So then the line finally starts moving, and everybody starts going in. I gave two of my stickers. There was this family that was in front of us, and they had like a young daughter who was cosplaying as Pekora, and then an older son who was cosplaying as Fuma. And so I wanted to give them both little stickers. So it took me a while to muster up the courage. It's like, it's like, it's one thing to be like, yeah, I'm gonna make all these stickers and I'm gonna give it away to people there, and then it's another thing to actually like be there and have to talk to people. Like that's a lot scarier for me. I'm sorry. But I did, and they were very surprised, and that was the thing that I noticed a lot. Like, I guess it's like, and I could be wrong about this because this is the first like Japanese like fan event that I've ever been to, but it seemed to me that like giving away like fan art to people isn't like a super common thing to do at like Japanese conventions. I don't know. I could be completely wrong about that because again, this is the first time I've ever experienced it. Excuse me. But like a lot of times when I would give away like my stickers, like I know there was like one girl in particular. She was cosplaying Suise. I gave her a little sticker, and she just kept going, eh, eh. I was just like, I like your cosplay. Please have a sticker. That was pretty much what I was doing. I was like, I like your outfit. Have a sticker. And yeah, like that was that was most of my day. It was very tough on me, but the inside of the expo was pretty cool. They had this big like pillar that had like video clips of like all the different talents like welcoming you in, and standing in line is also where I got all of these pictures from. But the inside they had like these big standees of all the talents. For Hololive, they just had like a big like dome area, and it was super crowded over there. So that's why I have very few pictures, and the only ones that weren't super crowded were the EN and ID girls. So unfortunately, I couldn't really get any pictures of the JP girls. Also, they had a time capsule that had like a bunch of different items that the all of the talents selected. I really wanted to see that, but the line was just so long that it just didn't really seem worth it. And that was kind of the theme throughout the whole day. Was we would go like, especially, oh my gosh, especially in the like merch hall. It was so, or not the merch hall, the exhibitors hall. There were so many people and the lines were so long for literally everything except for the Hollow Stars. The Hollow Stars had this cute little like backstage area, and it was really nice. And there was barely any people in it, so that was that was great. But like there were so many like booths that were just like completely swamped, and it was just like I don't know if I really want to stand in a line just to like see a prototype of a Nendoroid, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's why that's why it pays to be a fan of the less popular characters. Ah, yeah, it's true. At least us fans love the Hollow Stars. I love both of them. It's just that there's so many Hololive fans, and it's hard. It's hard to get by. I kind of wish that I had stayed and toughed it out for the time capsule, but oh well. And I got the food. I got the food, as you can see here. I got the Laplace meal. So it was egg and tofu and edamame and pasta. It's like Alfredo pasta on rice. And let me tell you, okay, so the egg was good, the edamame was good, the rice was good, and the sauce on the tofu was good. I did not like the tofu. I tried. Like I said, I liked the sauce, but the tofu itself was not very good, and the Alfredo sauce was also not very good. I'm sorry to say, and it was weird. Like the pasta was cold. The 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 tofu and the rice were warm, and the egg was like kind of lukewarm. I was like, what? How is this? How is this possible? How are all of these different foods different temperatures? You know. Mama V got the Hollow Stars pancakes, and she got the Hollow Stars drinks, and she said that they were both fine. So I guess good for her. And she ate a little bit. She helped me out and ate a little bit of my food. So, oh, and I got the Hololive English drink. It was like a lemonade drink. That was kind of my drink throughout the trip. I just kept on ordering lemonade, whether it was good lemonade or not, to be assumed. But yeah, so on the topic of the VTubers themselves, they did also have like special little live events. And Mama V is also a big fan of Hollow Stars, so she wanted to see the Hollow Stars little live thing. Yeah, their little live stream. It was like a tongue twister challenge. Um, and so we got like front row seats pretty much. We were right in front of the cameras, So they had cameras so that the um the talents could see the fans. They they could hear us, but like we were not audible on the stream. And I don't think that they had like the cameras on the stream. Oh well, whatever. That's fine. But Mama B was really happy because there were lots of people who had the same Oshi as her, and so she got to meet up with all of her online friends, and I was like, I'm so happy for you. I'm glad that it wasn't like doom and gloom for you the whole time. You know. Oh yeah, that's another thing. That's another thing about the food. There was no seating. Like they had tables, but there weren't any chairs. So like you had to stand up and eat your food. I don't know if that's a normal thing for Japanese conventions, but it's weird. It's weird to me. I'm sorry. I don't know. That's a weird thing to me. Um, no, it wasn't like one of the like the like Hololive Meet things that they do. It was just like a live stream. But we could like cheer for who we thought should win, you know. And it was really cool to see. I didn't get to like be like up close and personal, but I did also get to see I think it was Narissa and also Fuamoko. So that I got to see them. I got to see them from afar while we were waiting for the Hollow Stars to start. So that was really cool too. Like I don't know, it feels different. Like I know it's effectively the same thing as like a live stream, but it felt different knowing that they were like there. You know, you know what I mean? Like I mean, obviously like right now, I'm here, but I don't know. It's just something felt different. It felt different like being there in person, you know, and like cheering for your Oshi in person. Yeah, it was not bad. The worst part though was going to the merch hall. Oh my god, I thought I was going to lose my marbles because it was very confusing. The rules they did not have like any rules in English, so I had to rely on my very very poor Japanese like listening capabilities. So they had us line up, and then you had to scan a thing on your phone. So once you scan the thing on your phone, they put you in another line, and you're given a number, and you have to wait until they call your number. And so I like waited and waited, and I like asked like what line, because there was like three different lines. And so like I went to the first lady, and she told me go to this line, and then I went to that line, and they told me go to this line, and then they told me no, actually you're supposed to be in this line. And so I was like, what line am I supposed to be in? I don't understand. So I stood there, and I waited and I waited, and then they finally let me in. And then I had to wait in another line for them to call my like a similar number. And then I waited and I waited and I waited, and then I finally got in. And then when you go in, there was this guy with like a couple of like little kiosk things, and you had to scan a QR code. And I was like, how the heck am I supposed to get a QR code? Nobody told me that there was supposed to be a QR code. So there was a sign that said, go to this website to like pre-order your items to make sure they're not out of stock. I was like, okay, fine. So I did that. Was all I wanted was the art book, cuz I love art books. I just wanted the art book. So I get my QR code and I scan it, and then I'm given a receipt, and then I have to go stand in another line to get what? Actually, no, there were two books, but there are two books bundled into one, so it's effectively one book. I saw people were getting like 15 items. I just wanted one book, one thing. I had to wait like forever. And then I finally get up there and I get my book, and then I got lost. Then I got lost because I was like, crap, what door do I take to go back into the expo center? Because Mama B was waiting for me. She was waiting for me outside because she didn't want to buy anything. And so I finally got in, and I felt so bad. I felt so bad for making Mama B stand around the whole time. And yeah, so that was quite quite the experience. And like I said, I did really want to go and see the time capsule. But at that point, I was just so tired. My feet hurt so much. So it's just like, let's just go home. And yep, that's what we did. But at least I got my art book. Yay! And at least I gave out some stickers. Yay! I still have a bunch of stickers left over, so I'm not really sure. Maybe I'll take them to conventions and I'll give them out to Hololive cosplayers that I see there. Though, I don't know. I feel like I rarely see Hololive cosplayers at conventions where I live. Unless they're me. I've seen a few, like, Hololive English cosplayers, but I've never really seen any other... I've never seen any other, like, branches, you know, no, barely. If I've ever seen any JP ones, it's usually, like, Marine. But I never see ID, never see Hollow Stars, never see Hollow Stars. It's usually just Ian, which is understandable because everybody here speaks English, so those are the ones that are like the most easily accessible. But come on, you guys, you guys are sleeping on the designs for the JP and ID girls. Anyways, moving on to the next day, we went to Ikebukuro. It was a very nice change of pace. So we went a little bit early, so not very much was open just yet. Oh, sorry, my nose is runny. Ugh. Gross. But so what I really wanted to do was I wanted to do a lot more secondhand shopping. So the first thing that we did was we went to Book Off. So Book Off is, it's a secondhand store, but they have like books, and they have anime figures and other like anime goods. So excuse me. So we go to this Book Off, and I got a Ensemble Stars art book. And a third art book of the trip. And we went to like the place where they had like figures and stuff. And so I got a couple of Hypnosis mic things, and I got some Vocaloid figures. They had a Zundamon figure that I do not already have, and they had a very cute bunny suit Lo Tianyi figure, and I was like, I gotta have her. I don't usually go for bunny suit figures, but Tianyi is just really cute, and she looks really cute in it. So I was like, yeah, you're coming home with me. However, so all the items have like little sensor tags on them, so that you're not stealing nothing, right? Makes sense. Perfect perfectly fine. However, what they're supposed to do is they like when you check out, you the cashier will put a little sticker on the thing so that it doesn't go off. I don't know what happened, but that cashier, I don't know. I know one of them has a sticker on it, but oh my goodness. The next place that we went to the Yowie dungeon. That's that's what we got. We got up here is the famous Yowie dungeon. That's right. And so we went down. I was very excited. I was like, take a picture of me going down the Yowie tunnel. And sorry, I'm gonna turn up the music a little more. I don't know why it's so quiet. But we walked through the door, and all of a sudden you hear beep 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 beep. and the lady working there, she was like, "Oh, could you walk through the door one more time?" And it didn't beep, so we were just like, "Okay, I guess that must have just been like weird. It just happened, you know, whatever." So we continued with our shopping. Shockingly, I did not buy anything. I wanted to get some Dramatical Murder stuff, but all the Dramatical Murder things were like way overpriced. I'm like, I'm not paying all that. I'm not paying all that. Mom and me did get something. I'm not gonna lie. she got something from that Heaven's Official Blessing or whatever it's called. So she got some little like photo cards. Nothing scandalous. Nothing yabai. Just some cute little photo cards. I guess they weren't that expensive. They had these really cute little nuis of Hikaru and Yoshiki from the summer Hikaru died. I was very tempted to get them, but again, they were a little too pricey for me, so I didn't get them. But they were really cute. And yeah, that's as I was walking by the door, there were these two ladies standing there, and they were so confused by my Poppy the Performer shirt. I heard them whispering to each other, "What is her shirt?" I thought that was really funny. Like. I know that they were like judging me, but like at the same time, hello, you're in the Yowie dungeon. You are in no place to be judging anybody if you are in the Yowie dungeon currently. I'm sorry to say. We're all Fujoshis here, no matter what we got, what weird children's anime from the early 2000s we have on our t-shirts. Okay. I just thought that was the funniest thing. I don't even care. But yeah, so we left the Yowie dungeon, and we went up. So the Yowie dungeon is underneath the Josemuke store. So Josemuke is their like all boy type of series. So like, you know, your Hypnosis Mike, you know, Fragaria, Ensemble, or is Ensemble Stars considered Josemuke? I'm not really sure, but just you know, big ensemble casts that are all boys, basically. And so up there, that it happened again. We walked through, and all of a sudden, beep, 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 beep. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. It's happened twice. And so, like, the lady there, she was like, oh, do you mind if I, like, go through your bag to, like, see, like, what's going on? Like, and she asked like, did you shop at like a different K-Books? And I was like, no, I didn't buy anything from K-Books. And like she went through like every single item, and like 2 of the items started beeping. It's like, I swear I paid for these items. Like literally one of the ones that started beeping had the I paid sticker stuck on there. So like, and the other one was one of the figures. There's no way in hell I'm smuggling a big chunky figure like that. Like so you know, there's no way. I did not steal these items. You know, so I sincerely hope she did not think that I'm one of those bad foreigners that like comes to Japan and like steals stuff, because that's not what happened. I was just like, I'm so sorry. She's like, it's okay. Like, I don't know why it's beeping. And so like. So that I got really anxious after that, and I got super nervous because there was a little Fragaria Memories. One of the boys is like a little plushie that I wanted to get, but I got anxious. I got too anxious to ask, so Mama B had to ask for him for me. But I got a couple things from there. I got more pins. More Fragaria pins. So that was nice. And yeah, so then it was about time for us to go to it was almost time for us to go to the new Carnival Cafe. Hello, welcome. So we started heading, because it was an anime cafe. So we started heading to the big Animate store. And so we make it to the big Animate store, and once again, the sensors there start beeping. I'm like, oh my god, are we gonna, is somebody gonna come up and like, and start like going through my things again? Thankfully, no. Nobody cared. Like, we stood around for a little while, like, is somebody gonna come? Nope, nobody cared. Nobody came. We could have been stealing. They wouldn't have known. But we weren't, because we literally just walked in. But so we went up to where the cafe was, but it was there was no yaoi men. There was just Limbus Company. So we were both very confused. And like I asked one of the people working there. I was like, where is this cafe at? And so he was like, okay, hold on, let me get a map. And I was like, okay, here we go. So he was like, so you are here? That cafe is over here. I didn't know that there was a second Animate Cafe. So me and Mama V, we had to haul ourselves all the way back around Ikebukuro, and we made it to where the cafe was. And I didn't know this at the time, but apparently the floor below the cafe was like a cosplay like photo shoot area. I had no idea. It was like we walked by as we were like going up the stairs. We walked by and there were like all these cosplayers, like and like when we got on the elevator, there was like these 2 cosplayers that were getting on the elevator. Like, I didn't know. I thought there must be like an event or something going on. But like, even still, I was like, there was a cosplay event going on and nobody told me. Crazy. But yeah, so oh well. Coulda, shoulda, woulda. We made it up to the cafe. We got in, and like, I have to admit, this is going to sound crazy. But the food at the Paygorn Anime Game Cafe was better than the food at the Hololive Fest. Let that sink in. I got a better dining experience from a game about anime boys doing it that I have played like maybe like 10 minutes of. Because then I got bored. And I had a better dining experience at that than I did at this like multi-million-dollar big festival. Oh wow. But yeah, so what I got, what me and Malavi got, actually, because we both ordered the same thing. So for drinks, once again, keeping in the spirit, I got a lemonade. That was my drink there. Yeah, we got sat at table number 1 because we were number 1, and we got the main character. I know this guy is the main character, and we were sat next to this guy, which I got a very great shot of. And I think that this guy is like, I'm pretty sure that this is the main character's brother. It's just because we got after we ate and everything, they gave us these little like these little sheets that were they were like text messages. So I got one guy and I got this guy, and the first thing he said was, "Hey, big brother." Like it's like, "Hey, Aniki." So I'm pretty sure I read that they were brothers, so I'm like 90% sure that's that. I don't know. I'm sure that text message to his brother was something very, very normal things to say to your brother. Yep. And we got for our food, we got a sandwich, a little egg sandwich, which was pretty good. We got this little like potato and ham little slice of bread, and we got a salad with some fruit on the side. I was only so about the salad dressing. I'm very picky about my salad dressing, okay? But I ate it all except for the tomatoes because I don't like tomatoes. They're icky. And yeah, it was pretty solid food. The plate, it's like one of those like slates, you know. It was like not a charcoal slate, but it's like some type of stone slate. It was cool. And I didn't buy anything because, you know, like I said, I don't really know these characters. I know the snake boy. I like him. I know there's a guy with a ferret. I like the ferret. And I know there's a guy with big boobs, and that's that's like, that is the extent. Oh, and I know there's the main character has like 2 little like incubus familiars or something. And this guy is his brother. Yep. That is the extent of my knowledge of the characters. And there's a guy that's an owl. That's it. All right. So after we had lunch, before I get into the Tokyo Skytree stuff, so after we had lunch, we went to the mall, and yeah, the tall snake guy was there, but we didn't sit near him. Yeah, so we went to the mall, and it was so at the mall. Like, it was crazy. It was a Sunday, so a lot of people were off work, but it was so packed in there. I thought that it would be like a little bit better because I know here like Sundays usually aren't like sorry, but Sundays usually aren't like that packed. But it was packed at the Sunshine City Mall. So we were just like, you know what? Why don't we like save, going places here, and we'll come back. We'll come back to it. So then we left. We stopped at round 1. I devoured at the dancing game. Though I felt really bad. I did not know, because, like, I'm used to where I live, nobody plays that game. I am usually the only person who, like, regularly plays that game. But no, I didn't know that there was, like, a waiting area specifically for that game. I was just like, because there were like 2 people. There was like a couple and this other guy who were playing the game. So it didn't seem like there was anybody else who was waiting. So I just like sat down and I waited for the guy, for either of them to be done. And then I accidentally put in 2 coins because I thought that it took 2 coins, but no, it only took 1 coin, and I was stupid. So I didn't want to waste my money, so and like by the time that I realized that it only took 1 coin, it was too late for me to like push the button to get my money back. So I ended up having to do 2 rounds, and I felt really bad for making the other people wait on me. Like, I'm sorry. But I picked, for my second round, I picked one that only had like 2 dances instead of 3. And so I went through those really quick, and then I left, and I never came back. Yeah, I felt bad about that. And also I was very tired because I didn't have any water. But yeah, so then after that, we ended up going to the Tokyo Skytree. And we did a little bit of shopping around there. And so there's that's where I got these 2 because we went to the Ghibli store there, and so they had a Madoka event going on, and also they had this cute little springtime event happening. So we got to see that too. And I'm not a super huge fan of Madoka, but I'm sure that there's some fans of it here. So I took some pictures. It was very similar to the Jujutsu Kaisen events. And oh, sorry, my nose is so freaking stuffed up. It's disgusting. And we got a little Yuri, to go along with the yaoi. Love to see it. But it was all very cute. I liked they had like pictures of both the girls, and they had pictures of the witches, which I loved seeing the witches. I really like the witches in Madoka. I think they look really cool, and I love the animations for them. Yeah, so, oh gosh, I keep on, like, my throat is dry, and it keeps on cracking, and no matter how much I drink, it won't be satisfied. I have like so much honey in this. It's crazy. Yeah, so there's a picture of the outside of Tokyo Skytree. And also a view from up top inside the tower. And there's the Curious George Cafe that I was looking for the last time, that I really wanted to go to. We ended up just like eating at a takoyaki place. But I was like, I can't believe that Curious George Cafe was here the whole time, and look at him. He's so cute. Look at him with the man in the yellow hat's hat and his stack of pancakes. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love Curious George. Ugh, sorry. Hold on. Sorry. I was declogging. Okay. So, the next day, we got the Tokyo Station and Harajuku. So I don't have too many pictures from this day because I don't know. It was just it was decently crowded in both of these places, so I didn't really want to like. I didn't want to like get like crowd shots, you know. But you know, we tried to go when we were in Tokyo Station. We tried to go to the sorry. We tried to go to the Hololive store, but it was so crowded. They had a person giving out like digital tickets, and she said it was a 3-hour wait to get in. I was like, absolutely not. But there was this little shop that Mama B really wanted to go to, so we went like out of the station and we went like all the way around. That's where this picture comes from. As we went all the way around, and we found her little area. Sorry. And she got a little a journal. I think it's a journal. I'm not really sure. But yeah, so we did that, and then we went to Harajuku, and I got a nice snazzy pair of shoes, nice heels, you know. And yeah, we saw this little like restaurant here that was like it's a Samoyed cafe thing, and they just had the dogs like up in the windows, so I was like, let me take a picture of that. No, I didn't take a picture of the shoes because like they're not super like crazy looking. They're just some black platform heels. They got like little bows on the back. I was very tempted. There were so many shoes that I was like, I would love to get these, but unfortunately my suitcase could only handle so much, and that's something we will get to in a little bit. Oh, and I finally achieved a dream of mine, and we went to AC/DC Rag, which is one of my favorite alternative fashion stores. I use a lot of their outfits as like character design inspiration. So I got a really cute Miku jacket and a sort of like cyber tenshi like half jacket. I wanted to get some like shorts or like pants or some sort of like bottoms to go with it, but I don't know, there wasn't really anything that I was like I had to have. And then the next day we went to Shibuya, And as you know, I was a little bit nervous. I was just a little bit nervous. The first thing I wanted to do, which we did also, when we first arrived, we did also go and take pictures at the Hachi statue, which I don't have on my phone. The pictures of it are, because like I didn't take like a solo picture of Hachi because I already had a picture of Hachiko. So the one picture I have is a picture of Mama V. So I didn't want to have a picture of her on here. Sorry. Yeah, and when we first got out of the train station, it was like raining and also snowing at the same time. It was like Minecraft. Like you stand on one side and it's raining, you stand on the other side and it's snowing. It's crazy. So, unfortunately, I had to deal with snow in Japan. Ew. But it wasn't too bad. And we went over to where they had the Fragaria exhibit, and I was very nervous. Turned out it was for absolutely nothing, because there was barely anybody. I think there was like 5 people. There's like including our group of 2. There was like 5 or 6 other people in line for it. So yeah, there were more people in line for the Saneko Saba thing, which I could believe, especially because we were just coming off of the Hololive Expo, which I guarantee you they did that on purpose. Like, oh, you can't get Gargura merch anymore? Well, there's this totally unrelated fish character that's having a pop-up shop like the day after the Hololive Expo, maybe you want to go there. And yeah, so we went to the Fragaria exhibition. I thought it was really cool. I don't think Mama V really cared, but she had me take pictures next to like every single standee. And when we went, it was the blue bouquet. That was like the main thing. I would have loved to go during the all bouquets, but that happened like way later. So I got this very nice picture of Kuro doing the Karate Kid pose. And yeah, they had some really cute little sets for all the different guys. Like, so this one's the Usahana one. This is the ocean guardian. Which I thought this was really cute. And then they had these. Oh wait, hold on. Let me move myself out of the way. They had these like the outfits from the stage play, which was super cool to see up close. Me, I love cosplay. I love seeing costumes like these, especially like designs that are as detailed as the Fragaria Memories ones, like up close and like in person. It's really cool. I liked it a lot. And they had like different foods from all the kingdoms. It was really nice. So then afterwards, we went to the music tower, and they had this giant pingu. And or tower record. Sorry, I don't know why I say it wrong. But I picked up a couple of Vocaloid CDs so that I could play it in my car. Yay! And yeah, so afterwards we went to Parco, and they had a JoJo store, which I, for one, I was really excited about. I think Mommy actually might have been a little bit more excited. She bought so much stuff from it. I bought acrylic stands of Johnny and Gyro, and I got these like magnets, which I so wish that I bought the whole set, because they were magnets of like the manga covers for each of the different parts. So I got part 3 and part 7, and they're so cool, which is why I wish that I got the whole set, because like they were all so awesome looking. I would have loved to have the whole set. Ugh, I wish I did. Oh well. Yeah, and they had the stand arrow. Sorry, the chat's kind of in the way. Hold on, let me see. They have the stand arrow here, which is really cool. And then and then over on this side here, they had these little like Kuji games. So this one was like you hit the frog and then it like gives you a letter. And then oh no, I don't think I have the will for a stand. Sorry. And then they also had one that was like Caesar themed, and it had like these little like balls flying around a big bubble that you had to grab. I recorded Mama B doing it, and they had this cute little shrine Iggy up here in front of the Torii gate. It's cute. They had a cafe, like a JoJo cafe too, but I didn't get anything from it. Oh yeah, and there was the Sega store that had this giant statue of Shadow. I bought I bought a few things. I went over to like the Project Sekai area, cause like, you know, I'm not really into Project Sekai, but I like Vocaloids. Yeah, the Iggy was a game too, but I just liked the picture of him. But they had like no Miku. They had no Miku. At the Project Sekai station, there was like almost no Miku. I was like, what the heck? I thought people didn't care about Miku in this game. But they did have, for the new Sonic Racing game, they did have some little like keychains of the Miku songs that they did for the game. So I got a little keychain of that. I got the main song, which is awesome. And then they had this little like pop-up event going on that was for last year's Hololive concert, which I'm still upset that I didn't get tickets to go to the one this year, but whatever. And I got a plushie of Elizabeth. She's one of my faves. And after that, we went to, there's a particular Gigo in Shibuya that has Fangamer, and Fangamer they do merch for like a bunch of different indie games. So yeah, you know, as you can see, they've got like Undertale, Deltarune, Omori, Hollow Knight, Yume Nikki, One Shot Eve, all the good stuff. Valhalla, I think that's what she's from. But yeah, they had all sorts of really cool fan merch. I got a Uboa pin, which I put on my Madotsuki cosplay. I really wanted to get. They had these pins for Ebe, where it was the paintings, and so like if you looked at it from one side, it would be the normal versions of the paintings, but if you looked at it from the other side, it would be the scary versions of the paintings. And like, man, I totally wanted to get them, but I have this aversion to that sort of like holographic, or not holographic. Is it holographic? You know what I mean, like the kind of texture of those things where like it changes when you shift it. I just cannot stand the feeling of that, or like the scratching of it. It makes me want to throw up. I hate it. Oh, I'm getting to it. I'm getting to it. Just wait. See, there she goes again. There she goes again. Mama be spoiling things before I get to them. But yeah, they had these cute little standees of Joe Mama and the Green Kid, and we also got themed taiyaki. We got Omori taiyaki of the man himself and the spooky ghost. Yeah. So now, let me tell you about the great adventure that Mama Bee forced me to go on. So, Mama Bee really wanted to go to, oh gosh, sorry, my voice keeps on cracking. She wanted to go to this particular Starbucks that was like, they like, it was just like a really big like roast area, whatever. However, it was like way far away. So I started up our journey, and we were walking for so long, and then I realized that the path that we were on was the car path. We needed the pedestrian path. So I switched over to the pedestrian path. It took us like, I think like an hour or something. 'Cause it was such a long walk. By the end of it, I was so tired. Mommy was like, do you want anything? And I was like, I want a croissant. So I got a croissant. Yeah, we had to like walk through like little residential neighborhoods, and we went over the river and through the woods, quite literally. It was such a trek, and so when we were finished in there, it was, I will say, it was a very nice Starbucks. There were like 4 floors with like, so like there was one that was like, you know, regular coffee shop. There was one that was like tea based. There was like a bar. And you know, it was very nice. I would not walk an hour to go there though. So we ended up getting an Uber back to the train station. Because I was like, I am not walking all the way back there. And then we went to the Shibuya 109 store. And, you know, it was cool and all. And the outfits were very pretty. But I was a little too intimidated to go and like shop, because number one, not only is it super expensive there, but number two, I have been told that like even if you're skinny in like American sizes, you will still be too fat for the clothes at Shibuya 109. So I was like, I'm not super heavy. I'm not like super thin either. I'd say I'm like pretty, my BMI is perfectly, it is like right perfect. It is the perfect, I'll just say I have the perfect BMI for my height and age. I'm not over, I'm not under. I'm just right. However, I don't think that just right for American standards is just right for Japanese standards. So I was a little too scared to to try on anything there. Yeah, so that was our Shibuya day. The next day, again, I don't really have too many pictures of this because it was mostly just like a shopping day. and I didn't really want to take pictures inside of people's stores. Well, that's not true. I have BDNA. Anyways, so the next day we went back to Senjoji Temple and Kapibashi Street, which we hadn't been to Kapibashi Street before. But Mama V wanted to get some kitchenware and a knife. But yeah, we walked around Senjoji Temple a bit more. We went to we looked closer at the shops that were around there. And so we just took our time more and like looked around the temple area. We weren't really like in the temple because we'd already done that. So we went around and there was this lovely little spring, and there was this nice memorial to the to the victims of the bombings in this area during World War II. Yeah, here's another like little mini shrine that was in the same area. It was very nice, and yeah, so we went and we went shopping. Of course I didn't buy anything because all of Mama V's kitchenware is inevitably going to be my kitchenware eventually, so I didn't have to buy anything. Oh gosh, I'm trying not to cough into the mic again. Let me take another sip of tea. My cold tea now. Whatever, liquid's liquid. But yeah, so we picked up some cute little traditional dishes, and Mama V, she thought that she lost her credit card, so we had to, as we were walking, we had to like turn around and like go back to the last shop that she was at, and thankfully she found it. It was just in a different pocket, but yeah, that's pretty much what we did that day. But then the next day was Mama V's birthday. So our original plan was to go to Kamakura. But Mama V was like, I'm kind of too tired to do more walking around in Kamakura. So let's just go to Akihabara. Because that was going to be like our alternative plan if it like rained on her birthday. So yeah, that's what Mama V decided. So we went to Akihabara, yay! So we number one, we went back to the Kanda Shrine, and that's where I took this picture here. It's a cool little sculpture, they got like little turtles, and there's dolphins. That's really cool. And so yeah, Mama V picked up this like this little like horse good luck charm, which is nice. I can't remember where I put it though. It might still be in my coat pocket. I'm not sure. Sorry, Mama V. I have so many like little paper things from Japan. I cannot keep track of everything. But yeah, so we went back to my favorite, my beloved, the big camera Vocaloid section. Oh, I love it so much. And I got Teto. I really wanted to get Soyogi so that I could be like, that's right, proud owner of Yukikaji AI Slop. But they didn't have him, or at least they don't have him yet. So I guess the next time I go, I'll have to keep my eye out for him. But that's okay, because I got Teto anyway, so now I've got the Yababaina trio. So I got my little Teto. We stopped at this like Warhammer store for Papa B, because Papa B loves Warhammer, and we were feeling kind of hungry, and so on the way to the Kanda Shrine, I had noticed that there was a Coco's that was doing a Uma Musume collaboration. So we stopped in there, and I feel so stupid. I ordered a parfait. I ordered the parfait, like the one that you get in the game to boost your horse's mood. And I didn't take a picture of it. I felt so stupid. I was like a quarter of the way into eating it. I was like, I should have taken a picture of this. I'm so dumb. But you know what? That's okay, because at least I got a picture of Gentle Donna and the main display here. And I got a card. The lady, because like we both ordered like Uma Musume themed foods, and so the lady comes and she's like, I just wanted to ask if you wanted the collaboration prize that comes with it. I'm like, oh, obviously, yeah. Like I was so confused. Like I had never had, like, when we went to a collaborative like place, I'd never had somebody ask if we wanted the item or not. Like I don't know, maybe she assumed that we weren't fans of Uma Musume. Like I guess there's more male fans of Uma Musume, especially in Japan. But no, I'm a horse girl. I love them. I love those horsies. Yeah, to be fair, I was pretty hungry. But it had the parfait had a carrot puree in it, and it tasted like orange jello. That was the part I was like the most interested about trying. Was I was really curious about what the carrot puree, like if it was gonna taste like carrots or not. And it tasted like orange jello. So I was like, oh, is this really carrots? Is it popular with the Yakuza? Yeah, I believe that. I totally believe that. And we went to Ami Ami, and I spent way too much money on figures. There were more figures that I wanted to get, but our suitcase could only handle so much. So, but I did get one of my a figure that I never thought that I was ever going to get. I got a figure of the Vocaloid Ia. I was so shocked when I saw her. I was like, I do not care how much she is. I must have her. Honestly, we really should have bought a bigger suitcase, and I will get to it. You'll see why. You will see why. So, after that, after we spent a lot of money getting figures and like shirts and little charms and all that fun stuff, we went to the Don Quixote there, because they have these cute little Vocaloid statues, and they have like a whole like Hatsune Miku themed section. And yeah, it was super cute. They even had like on the escalators going down, they had like a big like Hololive poster up, and it is such an old poster. It is before Yozora Mel's termination. If you don't know, That's pretty old. It's pretty. That's Yozora Mill got terminated a long time ago, so I was baffled that it was that old. I assumed that it was before Aqua's graduation, but man, before Mel's termination, I was shocked. It's like, you might as well have Coco up on there. Yeah, we had a really fun time in Akihabara, and yeah, pretty good birthday for Mama B, or so she says. And the next day, we went to Shinjuku, which, again, we went on another very big adventure there. So first of all, we did see they had the big screen cat. We were very nervous about finding the right exit that leads to I keep wanting to say Kabukicho, because that's where they have the 3D cat. And so yeah, this was like in the streets. Got the Godzilla statue from like a different angle. And yeah, so for most of the day we just kind of like we wandered around the Kabukicho area. We went to the Kitty Land, and it was cute in there, but man, the thing that really had me, they had a entire store like above the Kitty Land. They had like 4 floors just dedicated to cosplay. So they had like, there was a floor that was dedicated to makeup, and there was a floor that was for like materials to make your own cosplay, and there was a floor that was less for like cosplay, more for like general hobbies. But they had stuff to like make your own Nuis and making your own ball jointed dolls. It was so cool. I'm so jealous. Cause like the cosplay shop, like the makeup section, it wasn't just makeup, but they had like wigs and contacts, and I picked up a magazine that was like just about cosplay. I was so jealous. You guys have no idea. I was like, how do we have absolutely nothing like this in the US? Man, because like the closest thing we have is like Michael's, and that's it. I guess Hobby Lobby. I know they have fabric too, but from what I've heard, I don't make my own cosplay, but from what I've heard, their selection of fabrics is not as good as what Joann's used to have. But Joann's is closed now. There's no more Joann's. And I've been to Michael's. Their fabric selection is not that great either. So, yeah, it sucks to be a cosplayer right now. And, yeah, so, like, after that, we kind of were just like, well, what do we do now? Because, let me tell you guys, Shinjuku's kind of gross. I'm sorry to say it, but it's true. Shinjuku's kind of gross. So Mama B led us on another crazy adventure, because she wanted to, hold on, sorry, give me 1 second. The music stopped. So basically, there are these stamps that they have in the train stations. And Mama B had been collecting these stamps, so she wanted to get some more stamps in Shinjuku. And so she led us on this crazy adventure, and there was like, it was kind of nasty. Like, there was vomit in the street. We had to, she led us by like areas where like homeless people had been staying, and that was very sad. And we went by there, the Church of Scientology, which is the grossest part. I would say the Church of Scientology is grosser than seeing vomit in the street. Like, that's ew. Get out of here, Tom Cruise. Get out of my life. But yeah, so it was not a super pleasant trip around Shinjuku. Yeah, honestly, yeah, I think that's the reason. I think it's the Scientologists that are making it so dirty in there. Yeah, that would make sense. Get rid of the Scientologists, get rid of the problem. That's what I think. And yeah, so basically we were just trying to kill time before I had my my big cosplay photo shoot, which I can't post pictures of here because I don't want to dox myself. Sorry. So I sat. Oh my gosh! I can't believe I don't have a picture of the actual like the bar. But it's basically it's right to the left, or not the left, to the. I know my directions. It's to the right over here. And so when the time came, I showed up. I was carrying around my cosplay in this big tote bag all day. It was very heavy because I had my big chunky heels in there. And so I was waiting, and this girl came up. She was like, "Hi, we're gonna take you to get ready for the cosplay photo shoot." I was like, "Okay, great." And so I went and I got dressed, and they sat me down to get my makeup done. And the girl, she went to give Mama B a waiver to sign, and she was like, no, she's an adult, she can sign her own papers. And so she told the girl my age, and so later on she was like, "Oh, I'm the same age as you. Like, do you want to follow each other on Instagram?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So yeah, I made a friend. Yay! Good for me. And so yeah, so she was great, and they did my makeup. The woman who did it, she is like a professional kabuki makeup artist, and she did a spectacular job. I wish that I could share pictures because it looked so nice. I would say go look on their website, but they didn't post any pictures of me, so oh well. I'm not famous enough. That's okay. But yeah, so they got me all made up, and I met the photographer, and he was also very nice. He spoke a little bit of English, but the girl that we met, she was like our interpreter for the night. So he mostly, like, when he wanted to say, he would like say it to her, and then she would say it to us, even though I could kind of understand what he was saying. And so we like walked around outside of Shinjuku, and he would like have me stop, and then we would take a couple of pictures, do some different poses, and it was really a lot of fun. And the girl, she was asking me like, "Oh, are you cold?" Because it's still like early March or like mid-March, so it's not super warm yet. It's okay. It's all right. There'll be a bye. You can come back. Plus, we're only like halfway. We're only halfway. It'll be fine. Welcome, anyways. Yeah. So she was like, asking me like, am I cold? I'm like, no, not really. I don't know why, but like, when I'm in cosplay, I just don't feel that cold often. Maybe it's just nerves. My nerves, like, when I do certain things, because like I went ice skating once in cosplay, and I was in like a leotard and tights, and I was not cold at all. So I guess it's just like my nerves keep me warm. I don't know if that's a good thing or not. Yeah, and then once they had finished doing pictures around Shinjuku, they took me back to the bar, and I went upstairs into the window area, and I got to sit in the window. They strapped me in, and I sat with my legs out the window, and I got a lot of people were like looking up and like waving at me, and I was waving back, and I was doing all the silly little stalking things. Yeah. And I had my cat plushie too. Oh yeah, I should mention. I was cosplaying Stalking from Panty and Stalking, so I had her little like cat with me too. And yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I made a friend, and it was just really nice. It was such a fun experience. Totally would do again, I think. If given the chance. Yeah, and then afterwards we went to this hold on, let me move me. We went to this Alice in Wonderland themed restaurant. And it was also really cool. So when you walk in, it's like the very bottom floor. So when you walk in, you go in, they open up the door. It's like a big storybook. So they like open the door, and it's like you like shrink down, and you go through the book, and they sit you down. All of the waitresses are dressed up like Alice, which is cute, and they play like Disney music. Which ironically, I did not hear one song from Alice in Wonderland. Very shocking. They had a lot of other Disney songs, but nothing from Alice in Wonderland. Oh well. But yeah, so we both got special drinks. I ordered the Cheshire Cat drink, and they also did they did like different like birthstone drinks. So Mama B got her birthstone drink. And they gave us these cute little crackers with little cheese dips. And I got for my meal, I got fish and chips, which I was dipping my fries into the cheese. It was really good. And Mama B got like a pot pie. It was a very meaty pot pie. And then at the end, like after we had like paid and everything, they gave us little bags of Earl Grey tea that were like had like Alice printed on it. Yeah, it was a really cute little place. Yeah, they're little card crackers. I was thinking to myself, this must be what it's like to be in the Alice in Wonderland house in the Twisted Wonderland. Except with less angry red twinks having mental breakdowns. Alright, day 9. Ugh, let me take another drink. Oh, that tea is cold. Okay. My battery's recharged. So day 9, we went to Gotokuchi Temple, which is the Lucky Cat Temple, if you couldn't tell. And we also went to Nakano Broadway. So So we had like a little bit of a journey to get to Gotokuji Temple. We had to like go from one train station to another, and then we took a Lucky Cat bus, or not bus. It was like a little train. We took the Lucky Cat train over to where the temple was, and it was very cute. They had lots of, there's a little bronze Lucky Cat here. But they had other things, like other than the Lucky Cats. They had other little structures and stuff, and there's like little Lucky Cats on them. It was all very cute. And then there was an area where you could like buy your own Lucky Cat, but it was one per person. So Mama B was like, "I'll buy one for us, and then you buy one for," she was like, "I'll buy one for my friend, and then you can buy one for us." But I was like, "No, it's fine. I'll buy the other one." Yeah, it was quite a bit of walking, but it was worth it because it was very cute there. Yeah, I really liked. Hold on, let me move the chat up a little bit. Where are we? I liked this picture down here, because it looks like a little like choir of Lucky Cats. Like you got the big ones up here, and then you got the little tiny baby ones down here, and it's just like a cute little family picture. It's so cute. I loved it. And yeah, so then we got done with Gotokuchi Temple pretty quickly. Of course, Mama B had to go and get another one of her train stamps, and so that's where this big Lucky Cat statue was at. It was at one of the train stations. Thankfully, this one did not require us to walk by the Church of Scientology. Thank God. I don't think they were like Matryoshka dolls, but that would be a really cute idea, I think. I think that they should sell those. And so yeah, so afterwards we got back on the trains, and we got lost a little bit, but we made it to Nakano. And sorry. And so we headed over to Nakano Broadway, because I remember that there was a cosplay store there, and I really wanted to go to that. But before we really, cause like at first we tried to look for it, but we couldn't find it. So we were both really hungry, so we were like, let's just go get something to eat, and then we'll come back to it. And so we went to this ramen shop, and the ramen was so good. Like, especially the broth too. Like, when I get ramen, I usually am like kind of about the broth, but this one, the broth was so good. I could not stop drinking it. And the egg was very good. The meat was good. The noodles were good. It was just so good. And so yeah, it was a good time. So then we finished eating, and and we went back into Nakano Broadway. Oh my gosh, would my voice stop cracking? It's embarrassing. We went back on our hunt. So I was looking around, and we could not find the store. So I asked one of the people, and they were like, "It's on the second floor of the Mandarake." And so I finally, after like so long of searching, finally found it. You're never gonna believe it. I didn't buy anything. All this searching, and there wasn't really anything I wanted. They did have. I was kind of tempted to get like the Uma Musume like school uniform, but I ended up not getting it, which is probably a good thing due to foreshadowing for a certain event. But so there was still some other Uma related items that I was searching for. You see, it has been a dream of mine to make a Haru Rara Ita bag. Now, there's a K-book store in Akihabara, and I searched through. There's like over 100 horses in this game. Okay, I wanted merch for one, and she is not super popular in Japan apparently, because there was like barely any merch for Urara. I finally found the section that had her merch, and there was like 4 things. And of course I bought all 4 of them, because hello, duh, she's adorable. And so I was on a hunt in this Mandarake to find more Haru Rara stuff. And I searched every single store that sold like that type of merch, and I barely found any Uma Musume stuff, let alone Haru Rara. So yeah, that part was a little bit disappointing, but you know what? Mama B got a cool figure, so at least that was worth it. Easier on my wallet, I guess. But oh well, cause that's okay. Cause the next day, we returned to Akihabara and Shibuya. As you can see, I took a picture of the completely unrelated to Hololive VTuber Sameko Saba and the other VTuber girl. I do not know her name. I'm sorry. Excuse me. But yeah, I didn't buy anything from there. I just took pictures, and there was this little kappa statue that was near the area that we were staying in. So took a picture of that little guy. He's so cute. So you know me, I love yokai. I love kappas. They're one of my favorite yokai. But we went back to, because this is the same area where the Fragaria Memories event was happening. But we went back because there was a Blue Lock event. Let me move myself back over. There was a Blue Lock event that was happening the next few days. So we came back specifically to go to that. And so we had to wait in a long line. Let me tell you, all of the Blue Lock dude bros who are like for some reason very against like female fans and fans that like ship the characters. Let me tell you something. 100% of the people in that line were female. I'm sorry to tell you, you've been outnumbered. This is not your show anymore, dude bros. You gotta accept that. These sports animes, I'm sorry to say, even if they're put in Shonen Jump, they're for the girlies. At the end of the day, they become Josei Muke. Because let me tell you something. All of the Blue Lock merch that I've seen, tell me why they have these boys doing anything but playing soccer. Because this is like, the theme for this pop-up shop was maid borrow. So they're all servers in a maid cafe. That was the whole thing. Yeah. So Mama B got a lot of stuff for Nagi, because Nagi's her favorite. And I got some stuff of Chikiri and Bachira, because they're both my favorites. Even though they replaced Bachira with this guy, whatever his freaking name is. I don't remember. I don't really care. Disappointing. That's his name. He's not a cute silly cat boy like my guy Bachira. So yeah. so we got some cute little acrylic stands for it, and I got a little plushie of him. And I don't know, it's just very strange that like I don't really interact with the online Blue Lock fandom all that much. Like I like fan art every so often, but every time I see like people talk about the dude bro side, they're always like complaining about the female fans and being like, "Oh, the female fans are ruining this series, blah blah blah." It's like, bro, the female fans are the reason why you still have a series. you think the 100% female target demographic of these like pop-up events are not helping boost sales of your favorite show and making sure that it's gonna get another season? Like, you don't have to like ship the characters. You don't have to interact with the female side of the fan base. But like, don't say they're not doing anything for the fan base, because yes, they are. They are the ones that are showing up to these events and spending tons of money on their favorite soccer boy. So I don't want to hear it. I don't want to hear none. Yeah, it was a nice little event. I also picked up a really cool art book while I was there. I know, once again, another art book, but this one's a little bit different. I picked up this one book, which is like it's a book full of like different pose references. So it has like how to draw like different like body poses and like hands and feet and heads, and it was really cool. I had such a hard time trying to pick a book. It's like I didn't want the last time that I went to this bookstore, I picked up so many books that my bag was so heavy, just filled with like art books and all sorts of things. So I tried to limit myself to just getting one book, especially because I had already bought like 3 art books. I didn't want to overload it. There was one book that was like live 2D related, but unfortunately it was mostly text, and I'm not super good at translating. So as much as I would have really loved to have a book on live 2D, maybe I could like, because I know of the VTuber that made it. She's a very famous live 2D rigger. Maybe one day, if enough English fans, because like I didn't even know that she made a book, but like maybe if enough English fans rally together, she could print one in English. Maybe, I don't know. Or maybe there is one in English and I just didn't know, because I didn't even know she had a book. Yeah, I totally would have picked that book up, but I wanted to pick a book that I thought could like really help me, that would be the most beneficial in my art career. Because I was also thinking about picking up this one book that was like how to draw different like kimono mimi girls. I mean, obviously I draw kimono mimi boys too, but still stands. Yeah, so I had a hard time because like I really like the designs for that. It would be a nice little reference book, but at the end of the day, I feel that proportions and learning how to draw poses would be the most helpful for my art. So that's the one that I went with. But again, it was so hard. It was so hard to decide. And yes, we did also return to Akihabara just for a small little visit. Because I wanted to go to Surugaya, and it's probably a bad thing that I did because I ended up finding another really rare Vocaloid scale figure, this time of Yuzuki Yukari, and like she was just so cool. I also picked up one of Kayuki, which unfortunately I was stupid because I was like, well, it's been like a year and they haven't released the Kyofu All Black or the Kyofu All Back scale figure of her. And then literally the next day they announced the scale figure. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I'll probably be ordering that figure too. I got the Yukari figure too, and yeah, should I have? Probably not, but I did anyways. So, oh well, whatever. Yeah, the next day we went back to Ikebukuro. And let me tell you guys, so let me drop a little bit of Ensemble Stars lore. So okay, so in the game right now, there's a new group, and most of the guys are kind of ugly, except for one, especially this green guy. So this green guy, he's the leader of the new group. It's like Melody or Us, I think that's what it's called. Their theming is chocolate. They're, all the guys in the group are like named like different chocolate things. Like that's like their like subtitle thing. Whatever. Point is, they are in their lore. They're a foreign idol group that has now moved back to Japan to be a Japanese idol group under the Ensemble Stars, one of the talent agencies in ES. Okay. So, while we were in Japan, this day was their Japan debut in the story. So, yeah. they call the green guy, they call him WhatsApp. They call him WhatsApp boy cuz he has green hair and the green looks like the WhatsApp logo. So yeah, they call him WhatsApp boy. And so they had all of these like cute little like banners of all the different Ensemble Stars groups, and you see all of these girls taking their oshikatsu. Yeah, they're taking their oshikatsu pics in front of each individual little sign. There were people who were fans there of every single group. I saw somebody, at least one person, take a picture of each banner with a little plushie. Even the new guys, and they don't even have plushies yet. People were taking pictures with them. Or like they would take pictures of like them like posing to be like hugging them. I didn't do that, but Because I don't have that sort of relationship with these guys. My relationship with these men is strictly business, okay? I do not like them like that. To me, they are all gay. I'm not interested. Except for the one girl. She is straight. So, again, not interested. But besides, she's too good for me. Who am I kidding? But yeah, we went back, and we went shopping at the the giant Animates, and I picked up the cutest little like bee Nui costume. So I guess what this means is I'm gonna have to make a BBB Nui. Ah, man. I guess I'm gonna have to crowdfund. Maybe when I hit like 10,000 subscribers, maybe then we'll kickstart I'll do like a, oh, what are they called? Like a makeshift plushie. Have like a makeshift BBB, and then I can finally dress her up. But she'll have to be small enough to wear this little bee costume. You know? So yeah, one day, get ready. BBB Nui will happen. Specifically so that I can dress her up in my little bee costume. Because right now I have a Dachi Ray dressed up in it. And she's cute. She looks very cute in it, but she's not a bee. She's a robot. Now she's a robot that's dressed like a bee, which is cute. But I want a BBB Nui. But anyways, so I got that, and then I did some more secondhand shopping. I was searching all over, high and low, for Uma Musume merch, okay? All over these K-books. I also went to the cosplay K-books. They did not have a single cosplay that I wanted either. I was very disappointed. Their stock, they were like, people must not have been donating their cosplays recently, because there was like nothing in that store. It was very disappointing because the last time I was there, it was plentiful. Also, they moved, so that was a little bit disappointing. But still, the last time I was in there, they had so many like different cosplays. They were all like labeled and stuff. This time there was nothing. It's very disappointing. But so I went. We were gonna go to this other secondhand store, and then as we were walking by, I was like, "Wait! I see horses!" And I finally found, because they had like an idol store that was for like boy idols, and then they had an idol store that was for girl idols. And so the girl idols was where they had the Uma Musume stuff. So I hunted high and low, and I got a few more Urara things. I also got an Agnes digital pin, which I don't know what I'm gonna do with, but I'm happy to have her. My second favorite. And yeah, so at least I got a little bit. I got a little bit of Urara, got a little bit of Digitan. And you know what? I will take that. I will take a little bit over nothing at all. So, oh well, what can you do? And the Gigo, oh my gosh, I didn't even mention. So the Gigo, which I did not try to play for these, but they did a re-release of all the Ensemble Stars Newies. And the Ensemble Stars Newies, they are like a status symbol If you have one of these newies, people know you are like you really love Ensemble Stars. I do not have one because I don't care enough. Sorry. I like Ensemble Stars, but I don't care enough. Would I like to have one? Sure, I guess. But like, I'm not gonna go like scouring Mercari for one. I do love my little fish boy, but I can live without him. I just like the music. And also the drama is very dramatic. Up until the recent stories, I haven't really read the recent stories. But anyways, so in order to get these plushies, from what I've heard from other people on the internet, what you do is you tell the people working there what Nui you are wanting, and they'll give you your precious little son, your newborn baby son. And then when it's your turn, they take your newborn baby Nui and they put it in the machine, and you have to win him back, or her if you're getting the girl. Have to clarify. Have to win your baby son or daughter back. So no, I did not play for one. I would have spent so much money, because I would have to, after bonding, after seeing my baby boy's little eyes staring back at me, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't be able to just leave him there. I would have to spend like so much money. I would have to spend so much money to take him home. I can't have that. I can't do the pressure like that. But literally every single other Ensemble Stars item was gone. Like, they were all sold out of every other Ensemble Stars item. It's crazy. The fans are crazy. I'm glad I am not that obsessed over this game. So, thank goodness. But yeah. So afterwards, I got an actual bag. I got a cute little pink bag, a cute little pink Ida bag, so that I could actually, like, you know, put all of these Harurara items in. So I have that now. I worked on it a little bit with the few Harurara items that I got. Because I also got, when we were in Shibuya, I forgot to tell this story. We went to this little like stationery store. It's called Hands. Oh, you'll see the Ida bag. You'll see the Ida bag when it's done. Trust. But all of I could not contain all of the merch that I bought in one picture. Let me tell you. Me and Mama B, all the stuff that we bought in Japan, it filled our entire dining room table, and it's a long table. So I could probably like take a few pictures of some of the stuff that I got like later, but trust, you will see once it's complete, because the Urara Ida bag is not ready for display yet. But when it's done, you will see it. Trust. Anyways, so they had at this hand store, they had these little like pleather little tags that you could take, like these little letter charms, and you could put like a name on it. So I got one. I got a little pink one, and I put Urara on it. I later found out you're not supposed to do that. I found out you're supposed to take the charms that you want, and you're supposed to take the tag that you want, and you take them up separately. So I caused a bit of confusion. And yeah. Oopsie daisy. You live and learn. I just did not read the instructions right. Oopsie daisy. But it's okay. It's fine. The cashier, he figured it out. He figured out what I did wrong, and it was all sorted. Everything was fine, and I paid for everything. I also they had this like they had a like little good luck charms, and one of them was for victory. I was like, oh my gosh, and it was also pink. So I was like, oh my gosh, this would be absolutely perfect for my Aurora bag, but they didn't have it. So disappointed. I was like, you gotta be kidding me. This would be like the perfect thing for a Harurara Ida bag. Would be like a pink little charm for victory. Oh well. I guess the truth is she's just not destined for victory. I guess that's kind of in character too. Oh well. Alright. Moving on to day 12. Almost at the end. We went to the so first item on our docket was we went to the Hokusai Museum, which is nearby where we were staying. So that's where the this like little mural here is from, and also these scrolls here. So we weren't allowed to take pictures inside, which we didn't know at first, so oopsie daisy. Excuse me. So if you don't know, Hokusai is the person that made the Great Wave painting, you know. And so the museum had like replicas of his books. So what they would do is the artist would take from the drawings in his books, and they would carve them into the wood blocks. And that's how they would make like the wood block paintings and such. They would use like they would take from those drawings and print them onto the wood, which I thought was really cool. And they not only like wood blocks, but they also had like he would draw like kimono patterns, and so they would print the kimono patterns onto the kimonos. I thought that was really cool. I really wanted to have pictures for like reference, but oh well, it wasn't meant to be. And also we stopped at Family Mart because they had a Uma Musume collab going on. So I got IRL Hachimi, and I'm sorry to say, the Hachimi was not that good. The honey bun, oh my gosh, the Hachimi pan, oh that was so good. If it had like a stick of butter on it and pop it in the microwave for like 5 to 10 seconds, oh my gosh, phenomenal. The Hachimi though, it pains me to say, it was not that good. It was just the honey. The honey that they used, it tasted like not super great quality honey. As a bee, I would know. Okay, I know a thing or two about good tasting honey, and that honey was not super good tasting. The lemonade was fine. It was better. I had KFC the previous night, which yeah, we did try some American restaurants. Like we went to Wendy's. I got a mozzarella truffle burger. It was okay. I didn't really like the burger itself. And also it had too much cheese. But the KFC, the lemonade there, oh my god, it was disgusting. It was so sour. It was like they forgot to add the sugar. Like, hello, that's like the most important part to the lemonade is the sugar. Duh. It's the lemons and sugar. Like, how hard is it to make? Yeah. No, trust me, it was too much cheese because I was choking on the cheese. trust me, it was a lot of cheese. But yeah. So that was the first part of our day. Then the second part of our day was going to Ueno Park, which was beautiful. They were doing like a little cherry blossom festival at the time. So yeah, we walked by and they had all of these like cool like they had a cute little shrine and this big tower, and they had they had a totem pole because they had the zoo here as well that was famous for having pandas, but they don't have pandas anymore. And yeah, here's some more pictures from the park. There's the front of the zoo. We didn't go in the zoo, but we mostly just like stayed like around in the park area. They had all these cool statues and this neat tree with like a circle shape grown into it. As a pagoda. Sorry, thank you. I forgot the word and I didn't want to sound stupid. And I ended up sounding just as stupid. Oh well, whatever. It's in my blood. I just am. Anyways, what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So as we were walking through the park, I started to hear like live music playing, and I'm a sucker for some live music. So I was like, yeah, let's go check it out. So we found it out. Like we found out where it was coming from, and it was this lady playing guitar, and we came at the perfect time because she was like, okay, now I'm gonna play some Naruto music. Who here likes Naruto? And I was like, I have never seen Naruto, but I do know the opening songs. So she was playing like the theme songs. And she played, I don't know the names of them. I know one is Bluebird. And then she sang like the other one that's like super famous. Sorry, like I said, I don't watch Naruto, so I don't really know what their names are. But it was really nice. And like I said, I just love hearing live music. So there's a nice crunchy render of the cherry blossoms. The few cherry blossoms, or maybe they were plum blossoms. I'm not really sure, but the few that were in bloom. And we also got Sakura soft serve, which just tasted like cherry. I was hoping it would have, because like I've had Sakura chips, and the Sakura chips did not taste like cherry. They tasted like Sakura. So that's kind of what I was thinking with that's kind of what I was thinking the ice cream would taste like, but it didn't. But that's okay, because I like cherry too. So. And there were pigeons all around that were like trying to approach us and get our ice cream. We were like, "Nuh-uh, not today, pigeons." We scared them off. All right, and then the final day, we went to the Imperial Garden. I thought for our final like full day in Japan, we would just have a nice chill day of walking around the garden, and also walking around the Tokyo Station because it's right there. So this is like the outside area, like by the garden. So you can see there's a little area here. There were lots of gated off areas here with like guards and stuff. And then this is inside the garden. So We got this fish statue. These two buildings here. Hold on, let me move the chat up again. So, so these two buildings, it's where like lower ranking samurai used to stay. And yeah, they had some nice bamboo here. And over here is a koi pond. If I let me hold on. And take me. Yeah, as you can see here, there's a little koi fish. It was really beautiful. I wanted to take Nendoroid pictures because they had like this little stream here. I thought, oh man, this would be perfect for taking pictures. But no, I wanted to take pictures with my Tokiyuki Nendoroid, but he kept on dropping his sword, and I was scared that it would get swept away. And I didn't want to block the path, so I was like, you know what, forget it. Well, I know that's where the Emperor lives. Just saying, there's a lot of gated off areas. Obviously, I know that. Yeah, so there's... Oh, gosh. Oh, man, that was really bad. There's another little house. And a pretty flower. And then, this is outside of the garden. So they had... When we first walked by, they were cleaning the fountain. So when we came back, it was nice to see it like up and going. And then we went back to the Tokyo Station, and I bought a little Kopen-chan dressed in a bee costume. That was pretty cute. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's a hibiscus. I could be wrong though. Okay, and then the next day was a trip back. We didn't really do much except for like, you know, go to the airport. We bought some Tokyo bananas, and yeah. And then we went home, and at that point, Mawabi had gotten sick. So, yeah, that was unfortunate, very unfortunate for her. And yeah, we didn't really have any problems on the way home, except that we had a super long layover. But you know, what can you do? But that's the end. That's the end of my chat. Oh my gosh! Oh, thank you so much, Victor, for the donation. Wow. You didn't have to do all that for me. But I appreciate it. Thank you very much. I think I just have a head cold. I don't think it's anything serious, especially because I'm like pretty much already over it. I'm just a little bit congested. My favorite moment of the trip, I would say, is probably the cosplay experience, because it was just so much fun, and I looked great, and I made a friend, which I did not think I was gonna do while I was in Japan. Work has been fine. You know, I got some stuff for my coworkers as well, even though I get the feeling sometimes that they don't like me. But you know, I think that I've recovered pretty well so far. I'm gonna make myself a little bit bigger now that I don't have... Pew! Okay. That's fine. other than being sick, I think that I'm doing all right. I haven't been like I haven't been like too like you know waking up at 3 in the morning, going to bed at 7. It hasn't been that bad. And I haven't fallen asleep at the wheel, so hooray! Though part of that I think is due to I've been blasting my Vocaloid CDs like ever since I got back home. So I got a I'm not sure how many Vocaloid producers you guys know. So I got a Martu CD. I got the newest Pinocchio P album, and I got the classic Rio Supercell album. And then I got one CD that has just like a bunch of random popular Vocaloid songs. It's pretty cool. Oh, I'm always exhausted. I'm used to it now. Yeah, that about sums up my trip. I probably got a few things mixed up here and there. It's been a little while now, and yeah. But that's the gist of the trip. We had a really great time. Mommy and I we didn't fight really, which is good. And yeah, it was just a really good overall trip. I think we did pretty much everything that we wanted to do while we were there with like minimal to no problems. And yeah, everything went according to plan, which is something that I was a little bit worried of. I was worried that I was gonna make this whole schedule, make everything perfect, and then it was all going to fall apart. But thankfully that didn't happen. I hope to I hope to go back again sometime. I'm hoping to go back again actually next year. Not for the reason you'd think, but because next year is Hatsune Miku's 20th anniversary. And I really want to go to Magical Mirai, which is like the big Miku concert that they do every year in Japan. I think that it would be super cool to go for her anniversary, because I know they're going to do something crazy. Like they're going to have like crazy good songs for it. They better. Especially because it happens in August, like the end of August, like during her birthday. But unfortunately, that also means that there's probably going to be a lot of people wanting to get tickets for it at the same time. So, and I tend to have pretty bad luck with lotteries, as we all know. Yeah, I mean, I have had like a real-ish Vocaloid concert. I just played I invited some friends over and I played some songs on the TV. Some of those like hologram ready videos. It's basically the same thing as the last year's Miku Expo. Pretty much. Well, I mean, it won't be like the Hololive Fest because I'll be at the concert. I could take like, not standing around. Though I absolutely have to see the life-size statue of Miku in person. That is a must. I don't care about anything else. Everything else I can see on my Instagram feed. I have to get a picture with this life-size statue of Miku. Okay? I just have to. The one thing that's like holding me back is I'm just very nervous about traveling alone. I mean, at least now I have a friend that lives in Japan, so you know I could go and meet up with her. And you'd be like, hey, it's been a while. Yeah. Yeah, maybe. I hope so. I hope I can get some birthday magic going. And I can get tickets. That would be the best birthday present. Yeah, I don't know how easy or hard it is to get Magical Mirai tickets. I assume it's pretty hard, but I guess I'll find out. But yeah, I think that's gonna be it for me for today, especially because my throat keeps on getting dry. But yeah, thank you everybody for tuning in. I'll be back hopefully soon enough. I don't know. I might take a little more time just to let my throat rest a bit more. At least so I'm not like coughing and dying. Yeah, I mean, I know. Sorry, tangent, but like, I know that there's one person that I follow on Instagram who goes like literally every year that also lives in the U.S. So, you know, I imagine it can't be that hard. Knock on wood. Yeah. We'll see. We'll see what happens. And I'll see you all next time. Have a beautiful day.